Hi Virgo, this is your 2016 astrology horoscope with me, Lada from astrolada.com. And that's for everyone who has their ascendant, moon or sun in Virgo. If you don't know your ascendant or moon sign, many people don't. You need to know your time of birth, and you can find out what they are from the planetary, from my birth chart calculator, enter your details, and once the charts appear, go to the planetary detail table, check your ascendant sign, write down the degree, because I'll be mentioning a lot of degrees for you, Virgos, for 2016. If your ascendant is there, mark what degree it is. If your moon is there, mark what degree your moon in Virgo is. If your sun is there, I'll give you the dates for the sun, the birth dates. So, because they never change every year, they are almost the same. So what does 2016 hold for you? Let's start with Saturn, which is the planet that brings faith, that brings us the faith at events, that makes us correct errors, be very hardworking, correct things that we have not done right, and it's going into your fourth house. And this is the family. So if you've been having some problems with family, when Saturn is in your fourth house, they can escalate. So Saturn asks you, correct this. Saturn asks you, improve this relationship. Otherwise, you might break off a relationship with an important family member, whether it's mother, father. Sometimes Saturn can ask you to have more responsibilities in regards to your private, personal life. For example, you can buy property, and you have to get much more serious and organized now in order to manage this property, in order to manage your resources in your life. So it requires hard work, requires serious approach. And if you're not or if you've not been taking good care of your property, or your family, now problems start coming. For example, leaks or something breaking down that you have to cope with, or something that shows you have not been taking good care of this property, or maybe you did not invest in a good property. You are quite reckless with the choices in regards to your family or personal life or property. And Saturn shows you the mistakes. So maybe you've been neglecting your family. And now as problems escalates there, so you might have to choose, do you stay in this family and take on the new responsibilities that Saturn brings, or do you opt out? Because Saturn will separate us from the things in which we don't put efforts and we don't try to work hard on, and the things which we are no longer constructive for us. So sometimes I've seen people separate in their family, like break up a family. Or sometimes I've seen people leave their home where they've been brought up and go and live somewhere away. When Saturn transited my house 15, 16 years ago, I left Bulgaria and came to UK. So there was a separation with my homeland because it was not working out for me anymore. And Saturn showed this to me very clearly. And within that 2 years, when Saturn was in my fourth house, I cut connections and left. You might, for example, sometimes in other situations, Saturn will bring more responsibilities in regard to family. So a new member can come into a family, so you have to work twice as hard now, or you have to spend more time with your family, or maybe you have to expand the home because there is a baby on the way, or because the children have grown up and the little cupboard they're living in under the stairs is not big enough anymore. So you have to do some structural changes there, which Saturn makes us work hard on. So you might be doing that in 2016. My husband is Virgo ascendant, so I wonder what will happen. So something like renovations at home, and they put more pressure on you. They won't be easy, they'll be stressful, because Saturn never gives everything easy, but it manifests on the material level. So whether it's this property you wanted to buy, or if you've not taken good care of your property, you can lose it, or you might have to correct how you've not been taking good care of your family, personal life, or your property. And if a person is responsible, if a person is hardworking, if a person feels this is the right, willing to put the resources, to mobilize their energy and resources, you'd overcome family problems, you'd overcome any structural damages in the home. You can make the home, you can restructure it, build something, or you can change something there, or you can, Saturn rewards wise actions. Saturn rewards careful and thought out actions and responsible and mature approach. Saturn punishes ignorance, punishes negligence, not punishes, but shows you the results of those things in regards to family, parents. And sometimes I've seen in other cases, for example, someone's parents is not so well, so they have to take care of them, or they have to be more, around them. They have to take new responsibilities around someone in the family, or sometimes women becoming mothers, and fourth house is nurturing family, so it might feel a bit overwhelming because it creates a bit of isolation. You have to be always, put so much more new efforts. But depends what level it comes for you. It can come that you just have to, that the foundation of your house are soaked, so you have to change something there. It can manifest on many different levels, but it's in that sphere of home, family, personal life. Okay. And it always connected to more responsibility or separating you from such matters if you're not putting the efforts and the needed attention. Then let's see where, and Mars will be there as well for a certain part, Virgos. And Mars, when it's there for a few months, especially around the spring, and for the southern hemisphere is the autumn, Mars can escalate these issues even more. But again, Mars is a problem-solving planet, so you can emotionally, you might be feeling a bit down, because when Saturn is in your fourth house, it's also your feelings, it's your heart center, it's how you feel about yourself, and you might be a little bit of a downer. And with Mars joining, even a bit of resentment and anger can come, arguments with close people. But again, it's there in order for you to fix it, to escalate it, to show you what the problem is so you can remove it. And I want you to warn some of you Virgos who will feel this the most. Those Virgos that are born from around the 17th, they'll feel Saturn, those Virgos who have their Sun, Ascendant, or Moon from 9 till 17 degrees, which means from around the 1st of September to around the 10th of September, they're having a Saturn transit. It's not going to affect not only their home life, but overall, Saturn is making an aspect either to your Sun, to Moon, or Ascendant. If it's the Sun, you're born from the 1st to around the 10th of September. If it's the Moon or the Ascendant, you have it from 9 till 17 degrees in Virgo. Then you have this Saturn square. Again, it can come from family and personal life, but it's a little bit puts more extra pressure and responsibility on you. New responsibility you have to take. But if you push through them, 1 year after that, you start seeing the results. Don't expect immediate results. Now you have to prove yourself. Now the demands will come on you to take more responsibilities, to work through some problem, to show how persevering you are. So you might feel a little bit down initially. You might feel the need that you might feel too critical on yourself, too harsh, because Saturn makes you judge yourself, or the judgment comes from other people, maybe from your family, or maybe from close people, or from your inner observer, whatever it's called. And this harsher judgment pushes you to work harder, though, pushes you to lay more stable foundations. So again, make lemonade out of lemons. This inner pressure comes and you get hard on yourself. Instead of getting depressed and starting to say, that's it, I cannot do anything, I'm useless, and there are blockages that will appear, and more responsibilities, more duty, more demanding circumstances, some delays as well. Instead of you getting the 1st till the 10th born September, Virgos, or 9 till 17 degrees, Ascendant or Moon, Virgos, instead of getting disheartened from those obstacles or from the state that you're feeling, this should mobilize you. This should mobilize your resources. That's why Saturn comes, not to put you in a ditch and make you depressed, but to see what the mistakes are, what the wrong actions were, so you can make corrections, restructure, and move forward with more stable foundation. So don't get despondent, just get humble and work hard. And those of you Virgos that are actually September-born Virgos, not September-born Virgos, but August-born Virgos, they will have Mars, especially in the spring, but the whole process is from February till September. You'd have a Mars transit. Mars will transit 3 times over those degrees. So if you're born August-born Virgos, so for the August-born Virgos, from the 23rd to around the 31st, or basically it means your ascendant is from 0 till 9 degrees in Virgo. You're having Mars transit. Saturn will not affect you so much, but Mars will affect you more. And the whole process starts February. Maybe you'll feel it most intensely around the spring, summer, and ends in August 2016. And Mars stresses us. Mars brings problems, again, for fixing. It's the smaller malefic. So while Saturn can make you feel down on yourself, Mars can make you feel, angry at others, at yourself. And Mars is in the 4th house. It can be something to do with family again, personal dissatisfaction in some area, and you might have confrontation and conflict. So I'll advise you in this period to sort out those problems. And you can be very initiative in regards to something in your home. You can do restructures. You can do, because Mars is this fix-it guy. Mars is the soldier that comes and says, okay, what's the problem? I'm here, and it's in your 4th house. So it's kind of, you can fix things around your home. You can, but it doesn't have to be only around your home, because Mars aspect to Sun, Moon, or Ascendant can manifest on many levels in your life. When it's a hard aspect, but it stresses. You'll be more volatile, but those pressures will again mobilize you. Because this is how the bodies work, the difficult malefic planets. They create some problem and they mobilize you, they show you the mistakes, you fix them, and you're better off. And Mars gives you energy, so you'll be much more driven. So you want to push things, come on, let things happen. I'm talking to you about the August-born Virgos, and the first 10 degrees of Virgos, Ascendant and Moon. So you'll be impatient and you want to push things forward so you can stress yourself and others. So it's good to have some physical workout, exercise, and to have a goal to follow. Because when you have Mars energy and you have no battle to fight, nothing to prove, no goal to project to work on, you just can get more irritable, more confrontational with others. You can attract more accidents and things like that, to inflammations. So you have to be careful also a bit about your health. But the good side of Mars is when it aspects, it makes us more initiative. It makes us push forward. And if we're not assholes, of course, we're not going to antagonize others around us, and we're going to push our agenda that we want, and can help you do all those structural changes in your private, personal life, home, and with your goals. So that's okay. That's for Saturn and Mars, the more difficult part. Now let's see Jupiter, because Jupiter is in your horoscope. It's in Virgo till September. And Jupiter is the goodie, and especially Virgos born from the 12th till the 24th degree, 12 till 24th degree of Virgo, Ascendant, Sun, Moon, which means that, what is that? From around the 5th, 24th to around the 17th, they're going to have Jupiter transit. So even though Saturn might be creating some obstacles and blocking them and making them work harder and giving more responsibilities, Jupiter will open doors for you. For all Virgos, it matters, but those in particular will feel it. They'll be able to manifest more easily than the other Virgos, those born in those degrees or dates. And when Jupiter is in your sign, usually it makes things, new opportunities for travel, for higher education, because Jupiter rules all those things, opportunity for growth and expansion. If it's your ascendant or sun or moon, it can also expand your body, I had Jupiter transit my moon, and I put on 5 kilos on weight. And I'm an astrologer and I should know better. But the good thing is that Jupiter brings a lot of opportunities as well. And it can be, if you're born those days or those degrees that I mentioned, I hope you wrote down, new career opportunities. But because Saturn is also aspecting, you have to work hard. They'll come with an extra dose of responsibilities. And it might be a more slower process than you expect. But when you invest the energy, you'll get very good results, because Jupiter is helping you. Jupiter is in your ascendant, sun or moon sign. It's time to rejuvenate. It's a good time to start new beginnings. You're given the green light to initiate a new social plan for your life, and to maybe, if you want to expand the business, grow a business, go for it now. But remember, Saturn will put pressure on you at the same time, and extra responsibilities. And you have to pay attention also to your family, not only to your personal goals. If you'd want to go travel the world, Jupiter can bring you this opportunity. If you'd want to get a promotion, work hard for it now, Virgos, because Jupiter will very likely bring this promotion or this recognition. Jupiter rules your 7th house, and when it comes into your 1st house, it's like it brings the agenda of 7th house of relationships onto your life. So your Virgos can now have an important relationship development in their life. Or if you're single, you can even meet someone, especially if your ascendant, Sun and Moon is from 12 to 24 degrees in Virgo. The other degrees as well, I should not exclude them. Jupiter is in your sign, so it will help you, most of you, if you want to, you might find a new sphere of study or new sphere of interest or opportunity, which can become a source of growth for 12 years ahead for you. So don't miss this time till September 2016, Virgos, because the opportunities that come to you now, you have to work hard on them, but you can see results and financial benefits from them for the next 12 years. Jupiter naturally rules money as well, so money and affluence can increase in some way, but they'll be coupled with more responsibilities again. And Jupiter naturally rules luck, so you can become a bit luckier. Saturn is also there, so you have to give a push to the luck as well, is making an aspect. And Jupiter can bring some new opportunity to you through others, because it rules the 7th house naturally, Pisces, which is for you, it's other people. So these things you have green light towards, green, you're allowed to expand, you're allowed to begin new things. But it's somehow, just this year, the planets are so arranged that it's Jupiter and Saturn together. So, this expansion that happens will have to be fortified by your own personal efforts. But the good news is that when both Saturn and Jupiter, even though they're in a hard aspect, the results will come a bit later fully. But they will, when they're in such angles from each other, as we say, they make you manifest on the material level even more. So if you put efforts now, believe me, by September, by the end of 2016, you'd have said, wow, what a year. What a year of opportunities and growth. And I'm so glad that I made the extra effort to make things work. And you might feel like you're stretched on a cross. Everyone who is from those signs, Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Gemini, there'll be a configuration in the sky for a few times during the year, especially in the spring and the summer. That is like a cross, a planet here, a planet here, a planet here, a planet there. So you feel like I'm on a crossroad, I need to take decisions, I'm being stretched and pushed. So if you've been afraid to take certain actions or postponing things now, this cross will force you to make those decisions. And when we're under pressure, I said that even for Pisces, when we're under pressure, and you'll be under pressure, Virgos, with this grand cross happening in the sky, we tend to be more productive. We tend to be more, to get a lot more things done and to be more, to get ourselves in hands. Because when things are okay, when we just get opportunities and nothing is going wrong and there's no pressure from anywhere, we can miss such opportunities. Because the cross that you're going to happen, it's very stressful psychologically, emotionally, sometimes physically, but the cross is the sign of earth, of manifestation. So it's manifesting time. Actually, it's manifesting time for all those mutable signs that I mentioned, but for Virgo in particular, planets are helping you. They're putting obstacles in front of you and making it hard, but if you make the effort, believe me, this will be some of the most productive year you've had, some of the most important decisions you've made, most important life turns that you've taken, which can, for many years, almost for at least 7 years minimum to say, the Saturn cycle, or 12, the Jupiter cycle, will be determining for your future. So do your best, work your best, make your efforts. Don't be afraid to start new beginnings, because you will be able to. And when things get a little bit tougher because of Saturn, believe me, something will come to help you. Jupiter is there, it's protecting you. Something will come to, even if some health problem comes or whatever, you just make a little bit of an effort and you'll be protected. the results will manifest very positively at the end. But while the process is going on, you might feel like, oh, when am I going to get taken off the cross, you know? Escalating energy. So this is what I see for you, Virgos. Thank you very much. You can have a reading with one of my psychics or amazing astrologers that I'm constantly learning from when I work with them. They're my teachers more than my partners. Or you can have a personal reading with me, but it's a long waiting list. Or you can check your personal transits, all those degrees that I've been talking. If you got mixed up with them, instead of wasting your time watching my video, just go to the planetary detail, the birth calculator. There is a link for it here. Enter your details, and once you get the table, scroll underneath and see all the transits for the next 3 years. These are specific for you. No one else in the world will have them unless he's your Siamese twin, you know. So thank you very much, Virgo. Enjoy 2016. Very important year for you. Very happening and manifesting on many levels. Thank you.